Okay, yesterday was the 4th of July and I went down to the beach and took this lens. Nikon's worst lens. How did it do?
Now we're talking. Let's go.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So I have the Nikon 43 to 86 millimeter f3.5 lens, and this is from the late 60s. Pretty unusual focal length. It weighs about 410 grams, and it's pretty well built, all metal and glass. A lot of folks online call this Nikon's worst lens. For this test, I actually got a variable ND filter, that's 52 millimeter. What I'm looking for is vintage character. So I think I'm gonna get it with this lens. Take a look. Okay, so what are my impressions of this lens? I kind of like the focal length. I know it's weird, 43 to 86, but I found myself going back and forth between the wide and the zoom. One thing about shooting vintage zoom lenses on modern cameras is that and especially if your camera has IBIS, you're constantly setting your focal length settings in the menu to accommodate and match where you're at and your focal length on the lens. That did slow me down a little bit. Is this lens as bad as people say? I don't think so. I mean, you be the judge with what I shot today, and it wasn't very professional, but I just went out and kind of sprayed down some shots. But I think a lot of these shots are usable. Pretty heavy vignetting. That's what some people were complaining about. And I like it, but yes, it is kind of a lot. I like the colors. I like the color rendition. It does respond well to post-processing. This is not a bad lens. I mean, this was a staple in the industry for something like 17 years. So it's not as bad as what people think. Is this the worst lens that Nikon made? I don't know. I don't. This is the only Nikon lens I have. I mostly shoot on Sony's and some of the other vintage offerings. So I don't have a barometer on that. Maybe you can leave a comment and tell me what you think. But I know that this was an industry standard, especially with journalists. So was it that bad during that time? Probably not. But has Nikon improved the design? Of course they have. There's something about this lens that kind of looks cool. And you know what? I'm going to take this out a lot more because I do like the range. It doesn't weigh that much, but it is well built. It's easy to focus. So, you know what? I give it a thumbs up.